I got the message that my wife passed away, and from that point on, everything went downhill.
Okay.
And like my stepson just said, Joseph wouldn't hurt a fly. And I will stake my life on the line for him. My son shouldn't even be in there where he's at.
Really? And you don't think he did anything, huh?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll translate for some of you who may not have understood. In a nutshell, his father is telling the parole board that my son who did this horrific act of essay, no. You got it wrong. He's innocent. Now, some of you might be looking at this man and saying, he looks familiar. I recognize him. And that's because we covered him before. As a matter of fact, it had 1 million views. One of the most seen parole hearings that we've covered on channel Mandoo 1. Now, this man, we covered him 2 years ago, and he's back. So we're going to do a return of, this is when we take a flashback to the past, watch his 2023 hearing before coming back to the present day. So with that, let's jump in.
Committee on Parole's call to order today is July 20th, Thursday, 10:03 at 10:04 a.m. My name is Brennan Kelsey. Along with me is Mr. Alvin Roche and Mr. Pete Freeman will be your panel. Explain the process to you, read some information to the record, have a parole interview, ask you some questions. You can respond. At the end, you can make a statement. We'll take a vote. We are located at DOC headquarters in Baton Rouge. Our remote location is Caldwell Parish. With the staff and support at Caldwell, please introduce yourself.
Joseph Pounders.
No staff and support.
This is Lieutenant Tatum from Caldwell Transportation.
And this is Kylie Hendricks, Transition Specialist.
All right, thank you. Now ready for our first case. All right, please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Joseph Pounders, 773-844.
All right. Hey, Joseph, you heard the introductions. We're going to ask you some questions and you can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote.
Yes, sir.
After I read information to the record, Joseph Pounders, DOC number 773-844, first class offender, parole eligibility date 7/5/2023, not eligible for good time, full term 3/6/2030, a 10-year sentence for carnal knowledge. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
34.
How many years have you been incarcerated?
Almost 3.5.
On a 10-year sentence?
Yes, sir.
And what's your education level? Do you have a GED or high school diploma?
No, sir, not yet.
What grade did you drop out of school in?
I got 7-year education.
Why'd you drop out?
Should be honest, I don't even remember.
Just were
After school, so I went to homeschool, then Christian school.
you just kind of quit and went on? Well, what have you been doing since you've been in there? You have any disciplinary write-ups?
No, sir, I ain't got nothing.
So have you taken any classes like sex offender treatment or any stuff like that?
I tried to get into it, but I ain't got one yet.
Ain't got into it yet. Well, yeah, that's gonna be a problem for me because for this charge, you're gonna have to take those classes. Maybe we can get you moved, or if you have them there, maybe they can get you in there because you need those classes. Lieutenant, you have any information for us?
No, sir. He's working in the back door, so I really don't have any contact with him. He's in the back room. I just know he hadn't had any write-ups or anything like that.
Okay.
And from the programs aspect, he is a low-risk offender, and given his time, I can't actually refer him to sex offender treatment until he's a little bit shorter. In order for me to get him to sex offender treatment with his current release date, it would need to be a recommendation by the parole board. I can't refer based off of parole eligibility dates.
Right. What's the time frame for you to refer?
Typically speaking, they request that we submit referrals about 3 years short. This is a
Okay.
year-long program, and for a sex offender, I can refer them to reentry at 1 year short.
Okay. All right. Well, tell me about the crime. What was the deal there? I mean, what happened, Joseph?
And so I was shooting my girlfriend. I was living with her. She was actually living with me. And so when we was outside, so I put her mom wanted to living with her. She was dating my brother at the time, and she wanted me to go get her, and so she would never come back to the house and stuff. And that when she called the cops on me, and I didn't even do nothing until I put my hands on her.
Well, you got a carnal knowledge charge, so you got a felony charge, so something happened.
Reading, so she read 17, and so my lawyer wanted me to take this plea, so I had a shorter time.
Okay, so you were 19 and she was 17 at the time?
Oh no, I was so she was 17, I was like 30 at the time.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what's your plans if you were to be released? Where would you go? What would you do?
And so I live with my brother. We live in Monroe. Just me and him. I go
Do you
back with my brother.
Can you work, or do you work, or no?
I plan on getting. I get like just to be check out there.
You
And
do?
I plan on trying to get turned back on, and so if I can, if not, I try find me a job to do. I'm capable of working. I ain't got no problem with that.
So, all right. We'll hear from now, Ms. English. You'd like to make a statement? Is she on the phone?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, well, you go ahead and speak if you'd like to make a statement to the board. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you if you. Board.
So he said he stated that at the time we were dating. That is not true. He also said that he never put his hands on me, never did anything to me. That's also not true. And they took me to the hospital after the police picked him up, and they had evidence of what he had did to me.
Yes. Yes, I don't know.
Okay. Is that it?
And he also, when the police had arrived, when I was running away from him, they saw him put his hands on me. That's when they detained him.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your comments. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you for your comments. All right, Judge, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And so that's not true what she was saying. So none of that didn't happen. That's a lie. I didn't do none of that crap. That's a lie. What she's saying. I didn't put my hands on her or nothing like that. And we was dating at the time.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your comment. Found fair to vote. I vote today. Judge, you got some work to do, man. You got to try to get some, you will take some classes while you're there, whatever classes they'll allow you. Try to get it some sex offender when you're allowed to. You got victim opposition, law enforcement opposition. You need some work. My vote is to deny. Mr. Roche?
Mr. Kelsey, my vote is denied based upon a lack of rehabilitative program.
Mr. Freeman?
My vote is the same, and if needed, I order that he goes to sex offender treatment. I've never heard that we had to order it, but I do order it.
Yeah, we'd like, if y'all could go ahead and schedule him out and see if you can get him in the sex offender treatment, get something for him instead of him just sitting there. Just try to get him some type of sex offender treatment. And so we're putting it on the record if that's what you guys need. So, ma'am.
That would be very helpful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. We have 3 votes to deny today. Your parole's been denied. Good luck to you. We'll adjourn at Caldwell Parish at, no, I'm sorry, we got one more at Caldwell Parish.
Yes, sir. We're getting him out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, a quick denial, and we're going to jump into the present day 2025. Do you think that he's going to have taken his programs, that he will admit guilt, that he will, I don't know, do anything, check the boxes to help himself get paroled? But before we do, I want to read to you some of the top comments from this hearing that took place 2 years ago that has 1 million views. Make sure to give it a like. There you go. Thank you very much, y'all. And let's go read through some of the comments. 2,540 comments. And on this note, please do leave a comment if you think that he's going to get paroled. If you want to skip this, I left timestamps in the description. Go ahead. You don't need to go through this. But, and also, I wish Mr. Roche would have given him a mic drop slam. And also Mr. Kelsey, I just wish they gave the victim more appreciation in that hearing. They really just kind of didn't. And maybe you can leave her a comment. So this guy is right where he belongs. I doubt that even if he wanted to serve the full 10 years, he would be safe to release. Let me give you a heart. Calling the victim as liar is a sure way to stay in prison. Heart 2. It's an abuse disgrace to the victims that someone with 10-year sentence is eligible for parole after 3. I agree. I'm proud of the survivor for coming to court and speaking up for herself. It's terrifying. It's similar to reliving your abuse when you face your abusers. Good for you, girl. Good for you. I agree. And I wish that Mr. Noe Roche would have said something. He says he's capable of working, but he wants to get disability. Speaks volumes. Proud of the survivor for speaking up and having the courage to speak today. She is still fighting to be believed and get him to admit his crimes. You are right. You're right. That's why I wish, someone would have been there. I don't know why Mr. Roche didn't say anything. He lacks education. He doesn't take responsibility for his crime. He has had 3 years to get a GED. If he was allowed out, who would care for him? Well, we are going to see his daddy. Let's see what he says. If we get out, I'm going to try to get my disability payments back. But if I can't get them, no problem. I'm more capable of going to work. I'll get a job. This statement alone shows what sort of person he is. Also shows how broken our system is, if you ask me. Bless your heart, sweet girl. You are brave for speaking out. No sex offender class, no GED after 3.5 years. Well, now we're about to see what it's going to be like after what? 6 years? Let's see if he did anything. No, sat down in the barber chair and asked for the child. Actually, what? He will absolutely reoffend when he gets out. It's weird. I don't know how it rates the comment. I filtered it by top comments, but these comments have like 731 likes. They're showing it later in the stage. I don't know why. Shame on the board for not telling the inmate that he should stay in prison until he takes accountability responsibility for what he did. I don't disagree with that. Well, didn't they say they did say something like that? No, did he need or just he needs programs? Thank you, Mandy, for your kind words for the victim. The impact assault can be permanent. I was born in 1950. Court cases against pedos were actually rare. Most likely partial duty cases held along traffic court cases. In 1964, I experienced humiliation of testifying in front of our neighbors. No privacy or preparation whatsoever. Within 2 days, family members, several states were calling and asking for details. No family lived near us. I was 14, now 73. This is just so, this is so tragic. I have trust issues. That experience played a huge part in my decision to never marry. New subscriber. Well, welcome to the fam gallery. This is 2 years ago. I hope you're here to see me reread your comment. And for all of us who are watching this, there are many I know here that can relate to you, and I'm sorry that you had to experience that. Good Lord, I can barely understand a word what this guy says. It's true. Believe me, it gets worse in the next hearing. Should we keep going? Go a few more? I don't think he has intellectual capacity to learn anything from the classes. He's a sick individual, and I wish the board would have put him in his place. Me too, like they usually do. He was found guilty. Miss Jackson would have called him out so bad. I also think Miss Jackson would have laid it into him. Thank you, Mandoo. Elix. Hi, Elix. This guy gives us the creeps. I had to listen to the guy twice because he was so garbled when he was talking. Yeah. I wonder if it only gets worse. It only gets worse. I try to fix it, by the way. The volume was low. I try to fix it in the next hearing, so it might be a little loud. But yeah, I'll give you a warning now if you're wearing headphones. Alex is so amazing. Alex, longtime member, she gifts memberships to us like they're hotcakes. So if you ever see Alex has her own emoji even for being the gift giving queen of the channel. His face when she's speaking says it all. Okay. I'm shocked they didn't reprimand him for denying he admitted doing it in court. I agree. They should have reprimanded him. And Casey Cat, I don't understand why the first creepy guy was up for parole yet. Kudos. Also, Casey Cat. I haven't seen you in a while, Cat. Where have you been? You've been a stranger lately. Also, super generous with the channel. All right, let's go jump in. I want to, I guess, leave a comment in the comment section if you think one, before we go in. One, just say, I think he will admit guilt and apologize, or I think, or just say that he's going to have a better, maybe this, he will have a better parole hearing than the first one, or a worse parole hearing. Or, you know, he'll admit guilt this time. I don't know. Let's just see something like that. And I guess, yeah. Do you think he's going to do better or worse? So just, you could say, I think he's going to do better, or I think he's going to do worse. And do you think he's going to get paroled? No, I don't know. Put something in. Let me know your thoughts because we're about to jump in. Let's find out.
Mr. Pounders, would you tell us your name and DOC number, please, sir?
The pound is my DOC number 773-844.
Right. And let me acknowledge, I think you see them on the screen. We have your family members, your father, Mr. James Pounders, and your brother, James Sproul, who are here, and they want to speak on your behalf. And we'll ask them to do so at the appropriate time. First, let me read some identifying information into the record, Mr. Pounders. You are classified as a first felony offender. You're currently serving a 10-year sentence. You were sentenced there in Caldwell Parish in September of 2022 for one count of carnal knowledge of a juvenile. Your parole eligibility date was July 5th, 2023. You don't earn good time, so your full-term date is March 6, 2030. Is that information correct?
No.
Okay, before we get started, I need to ask you a question. What's your level of, what grade did you complete in school?
Excuse me, I'm Debbie Weatherford. I'm the transition specialist, DOC transition specialist at Parole. And I would like to add to that he has reading and cognitive issues, and he has stated that he's been in special ed classes, so therefore he's not eligible to have high step classes at this time.
Okay.
I just wanted to add that.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for that information. And what about any job skills training, Mr. Pounders?
I don't know how to work, but I ain't really actually have a job, but I know how to work though.
Okay. Well, let me, your case this morning has been assigned to Mrs. Stapleton, seated to my right. Would you answer her questions?
Good morning. I'm gonna ask too. I'm gonna start with a question. In 2023, it was recommended you have the sexual offender treatment class. So, have you had that yet? I don't show that you have.
I don't know, ma'am.
Can the specialist speak to that? Do they offer it where you're at?
They do not offer it where we're at. They do at Franklin Parish, and he is on the backlog waiting list for that program. If the board recommends, I can expedite that.
Well, it looks like it was recommended back in 2023, from what I can read.
If needed, I order that he goes to sex offender treatment. I've never heard that we had to order it, but I do order it.
Okay, if the board recommends today, I can get in touch with Franklin Parish and see if they can get him on the roster.
Okay, all right. All right, so let's see. So he's had none of his pre-release programming either?
No, he has not.
So no pre-release programming, no sex abuse. Did you have a substance abuse problem, sir? Was that what caused it this? No? Okay. Yeah, I didn't read that you did, so.
And he's not actually eligible for a pre-release until his last 6 months per DOC reg.
Oh, okay. All right, well. Tell me what happened and why you think you should get out early.
Because I can find, so I know until I did until it was wrong, so I said, and no, I never do it again. And so I said, I've learned a lot since I've been here. And so I think a lot. And I know what I did was wrong. And I know I can't think of past it, so all I can do is move forward. And that's all I can say now.
Well, what do you think? What do you think that your behavior did to your victim?
So I don't know, so I was hoping to forgive me for what I did.
Okay, well, we'll get back to all of this later, I guess. All right, so we've got Mr. Spruill here, your brother that would like to speak on your behalf.
How y'all doing this morning?
Fine.
My brother and stuff has disabilities and everything that the court system didn't take into effect, that he was been diagnosed with a mild retardation back when he was 15 years old and everything. And a lot of things he's been through and everything, he's been taken advantage of and stuff. He is so gullible. People has taken advantage of him and coerced him into doing things. And all he ever did all his life is play video games and watch movies. Everything. And he ain't really never ever tried to hurt anybody in his entire life. Everything. My brother wouldn't hurt a fly and stuff, and I don't know what all went on, but he just really wasn't represented right in the first place. And then my brother is just he's changed. I ain't never seen my brother like that and ever. And he's so down to earth and stuff. People just don't understand him like I do. Being the oldest is not easy. Everything. And it's just things changed ever since my mom passed away in 2014. Our mom did, and it's just. But my brother is he's a good man and stuff. He just something happened that should never happen, and he never really hurt a fly in his fly or anything in his entire life.
Okay. Do you have any other thing you'd like to say?
No, ma'am. I would love him to come home if possible, because he's pretty much all I have left. My dad's gone and my mom's gone.
Okay. All right. What about Mr. James Pounders? Oh, I'm sorry.
You're still on mute, sir.
Ma'am,
There you go. There you go. Okay, what do you have to say, sir?
well, I'm Joseph's biological father, and I was on the road. I'm a truck driver by trade, and I was on the road when I got the message that my wife passed away. And from that point on, everything went downhill.
Okay.
And like my stepson just said, Joseph wouldn't hurt a fly. And I will stake my life on the line for him. My son shouldn't even be in there where he's at.
Really? You don't think he did anything, huh?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Uh-huh. You have anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I would love for my son to come home. It's all up to y'all whether he should or should not come home. And I'll just like for y'all to give him a chance.
Okay, all right, well, I would say that concludes our interview. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. And
Okay, well, Mr. Pounders, why don't you tell me some more about what happened that night? You really haven't talked about it.
So, really, honest, there was a misunderstanding, so something really didn't happen, so that's all the things she said wasn't true. Because I had to get these things messing stuff for something, and doing stuff. I'm my brother, my dad, and so I'm insulting her, I'm a very diverse person, and so I'm a good person, so, you know, the things throughout my life. This is my first time, ain't been in a place like this. And so I said, you be here, I'm a good person, I'm not a good person, or say it, and so to be better. It's not come to a place like this anymore.
Were y'all in some kind of relationship?
Uh,
Was your brother involved? You know, was there some kind of relationship going on there before? With your brother and everything like that? What's going on there in the household?
And she was, didn't say that we were in a relationship, and so that's true, we were in a relationship.
I'm so sorry, I can't hear you. We're gonna ask for instruction to stop, okay?
Yeah, but yeah, that's definitely, so we was in a relationship, and so that's true, we was in a relationship.
You were in a relationship?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you were in a relationship. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, ma'am, so that's true, so I was in a relationship.
Gotta get, I guess, closer to the mic. What?
Yeah, I was in a relationship, and so, with the victim, so that's true, I was dating her.
Okay, all right, so you were dating her, you wanted sex, okay?
When we for that, and so I decided to go inside and I had no brothers and so girlfriend, that's all. I was on the side and I had no girlfriend, I was going so being in a relationship.
Uh-huh.
Then instead of going downhill. Didn't work out like I thought, it didn't work out like I thought it would.
It wasn't going the way you thought it should?
The relationship didn't work out like I thought it would.
Uh-huh.
I thought she was the right one, but I guess I thought it wrong.
Okay. Well, the way I understand it is, in your police statement, for the plea agreement to be reduced, to felony criminal knowledge of a juvenile, in the interview, you did admit to forcibly raping the victim. You admitted that she fought to get away. She cried for you to stop multiple times, but you refused to stop. And you said your reason for doing it is that you were overwhelmed by hormones. So it was, wasn't a mistake. It was something that you did with her saying, please stop. And that's what you admitted to doing in the plea bargain. You understand that?
I understand.
Pardon?
I understand.
You understand? Okay. All right. Based upon that, I don't have any other questions. Anybody else have any questions? Ms. Ledoux, any? Okay, well, today, sir, because, you know, you admitted to the crime and you agreed to the plea bargain, I'm going to deny your request for parole. Ms. Ledoux?
My vote is to deny parole and to recommend that he get some sex offender treatment and perhaps a mental health evaluation. And that's all.
Mr. Pounders, I agree. You don't seem to have a clear understanding of what happened and the impact it had on the victim. My vote today also is to deny with the same recommendations and hopefully you could get some victim awareness training as well. But today, sir, your parole's been denied. Good luck to you.
And a denial. And I tried to find information on this case. You actually look up the name, and here's the craziest thing. Apparently, Joseph Pounders, well, he was just arrested for doing this on October 9th, 2025. So someone with the same name and another bad offense, but I couldn't find any information on the original case. But can you think with that kind of name? It's just I don't know. I mean, is it a popular name in Louisiana? But did you find that he degraded over time? The first hearing, it was hard to understand what he was saying, but this hearing, it wasn't even English. Let's just play it back.
And so when we was outside, so I put her mom wanted so living with her. She was dating my brother at the time, and she wanted me to go get her, and so she would never come back to the house and stuff. And then when she called the cops on me, and I didn't even do that until I put my hands on her. I didn't know I was on, so I didn't have no girlfriend. I was going to be in a relationship.
I mean, it got worse. It's definitely the other. It's not. It's not English. You know, if aliens came to look at from far away galaxy, right? They come and they're coming to America, and if for some reason they find a Mandoo parole hearing before they come in, and they're looking watching this hearing, and they would say just like, "What is this? What is wrong with this society?" Now let's just laser beam this country. There's nothing worth keeping here because this is crazy. I mean, this is bad. This is embarrassing. This is really embarrassing stuff. You can't make it up. I mean, this is the whole thing. His father looked like, what was he wearing? Oh my God, I could smell him through the room, and I mean, they're just one big happy family. I guess they deserve each other. And I love how the parole board, of course, blasted him a new one. We got to see the flaws in the system. The parole board did order him to go to sex offender treatment. Apparently, the jail where he's at didn't even do it. Not that it would make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. But also, he just had to come up here, and I mean, I don't think they're paroling him no matter what, but the whole thing is so insane. And why he got carnal knowledge of juvenile, I still don't quite know, right? I think it was part of the plea deal. She was 17. I think that's still age of consent in Louisiana, so they must have been part of the deal. They said, okay, it was SA. You could have gotten life for it, and maybe if it was aggravated SA, I don't know if you got life. You could have gotten a 20-year sentence. So they did a plea deal, and he's going to end up doing his full term 2029 full term date. You just know that that's what it is. But I mean, yeah, I don't think that rewatching this with the subtitles is probably going to be really funny because I do not know what AI is going to make of his platform. It's just crazy. It's crazy. And we didn't hear from the victim. It could be the victim was just exhausted. There's a million reasons why we might not. It's so difficult, as these parole hearings approach. But we were able to replay the victim back, and I think that that's what matters. Where she dropped the mic on his face, and here he is. We all can just see it for ourselves. But don't worry, everyone. In the Static 99, he is a low risk to reoffend, right? But it's crazy. It is crazy. I love that Miss Stapleton ripped him a new one. That was really, that was rewarding. That was nice. We got to see the Mr. Roche at the beginning, the old victim's advocate, and now the new one. And this guy, I don't know if he stays in prison by 2029. I mean, we might see one more parole hearing for him. I do wonder what his language will have degraded to by then. I really do. It's maybe he'll be speaking, Chinese by then. Let's see. I don't know. If you want to see more hearings like this, it's in the Return of playlist. It's because of the Sir Richard, Lady Holly spreadsheet that I'm able to connect the dots. Thank you, Annan, for bringing this hearing to my attention. And with that, I'll let you go.
Oh, he stated that at the time we were dating. That is not true. He also said that he never put his hands on me, never did anything to me. That's also not true. And they took me to the hospital after the police picked him up. and they had evidence of what he had did to me.
I ain't I was on, so I didn't have no growth. I was going to be in a relationship. And so I can't find so I know until I did until it was wrong. And I know I'll never do it again. And so I have learned a lot since I've been here. And so I can't find so I know until I did until it was wrong. So I think a lot. And I know what I did was wrong. And so I can't find so I know until I did. I know I can't think of past myself. And so I can't find so I know until I did. All I can do. And so I can't find so I know until I did.